Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you a few little clippets of me making this Alone Together sweater by Bagger. It's a really hot day today, we've got the aircon on, so I'm probably going to take this off soon. But I am going to show you the sort of main wool that I used before we get started. It took me about a couple months to get this done. And I wanted to get it done before the little baby started crawling around and grabbing for things. So that was my main motivation in finishing this. It's a bit of a crop length. It's got shorts on today. And the sleeves are, a little bit longer than wrist length. But I think it suits like the oversizedness of it. I knit the size small, but after I measured, my gauge was a little bit off, so it turned out a bit bigger than I intended it to, but I think it's still a good fit. I haven't decided whether I'm going to hold on to it or give it away, but anyway, I'll show you the wool. The main one I wanted to use was the Cozy Wool Superwash from Lincraft. It is 100% superwash wool. It is pretty scratchy, yeah, definitely feel it. So then I bought some 8-ply merino, baby merino from Lincraft as well, and I held that. You can see the sort of lighter colour in the sleeve, in the collar, and in the ribbing at the bottom. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's a nice statement piece, and it's a nice way to use up scraps as well. So yeah, I'll get into the video. The first clip is of me just casting on, and I'll show you a few of the little bits and pieces along the way, and it should be a good one. Hi, I thought I would show you some of the scraps that I'm using to put in. I'm frogging this baby blanket that I have to use the acrylic yarn, just DK acrylic, nothing fancy. I already showed you the base wool that I'm using. I don't love it, but I have it in my stash, so I want to use it up. It's just very fluffy, it just comes off a lot. I used it for the shawl I made as well. Oops, see, it just floats off. I'll probably try, if I run out, I'll try to get something in a similar colour but not the exact same wool. I have some of this merino fingering weight wool. Any fingering weight wool I am holding double, just to make it a little bit thicker. I have this large ball of like baby merino, I feel, 4-ply as well. Some 100% wool, bit scratchy, but the colour is nice. These I love that I'm getting to use these again because I dyed these little balls of sock yarn, and they're quite fluffy, so I'm actually not holding them double. A yellow one, different shades of yellow and white, and a green one with a few flecks of brown. I bought this little scrap. I'm sure it's quite expensive, but I can't remember what it is at the present moment. Just some acrylic, more red acrylic. Bit of scrap of sock yarn, and I have this colour changing sock yarn with the red and blue, more acrylic from the baby blanket. I made my ranunculus by Midori Hirose, my Japanese. acrylic from the baby blanket. Oh, I made a beanie with this for my co-worker. It's just a merino spun with a little bit of blue. I don't know if you can see that. This, I think it was like a bamboo ball blend. And then some from the shawl I made for my mum. I think it's Isaya yarn. Tiny little scrap. And yeah, that's a good thing about this pattern, that you can use all your big scraps, small scraps. It can all mesh into the one colourful confetti jumper. So I'm excited to keep going. Hello, it's day 4 of knitting this sweater, so I thought I would check in. I've done about 30 centimeters of the back and I'm having a lot of fun knitting on it. It is taking a little bit longer even with the chunky needles because I have to stop every now and then to put the other colour in. I've just started this row so it's a bit awkward and there's hair everywhere as normal. But yeah, we add the ribbing on at the end so that doesn't curl up as much. I cut off one of these balls of my main colour so that I could blend in this white yarn, and I'm just sort of knitting and pulling and frogging it at the same time so I don't have to frog it and then roll it into a ball. I'm just knitting straight from the blanket, which I thought was kind of nifty. And then when I get to the pink, I'll use the pink as one of the stripes as well. So I thought I would just check in and just show you what I'm using. I've got this shopping bag. It's pretty massive, but I wanted a place to put all the scraps in. And I think I've shown you the straps already, but this is the packet that the needles came in. And I think I have a 7mm somewhere for the ribbing, and I'll have to get a crochet hook as well to assemble it, but that will come later. I've got a measuring tape in here, and I've got a lint roller, which I don't usually have in the bag, but because the wool is so woolly and like it's so bitty, sometimes I like just to use it to roll up on my clothes after I knit if I need to. And I usually have scissors in here too, but they're just on the table. I also have a little Ziploc bag. Hang on, I'll get it. I've got this little Ziploc bag to put the scraps in because there's lots of no ends to weave in because we're just tie knots, hashtag just tie knots. But there's lots of scraps to cut off, so I'm just putting them in this Ziploc bag. My scissors, and they all go in the bag. I was putting like ends, just like throwing them into this project bag, shopping bag, but it was getting a little bit messy, so I thought I'd get a little container to put them all in. And yeah, I think that's it. I want to check how many balls of the main color I need. so that I can go to Lincraft while they have a sale on if I need to buy more. I won't buy more of the cozy wool because as I said before, it's just it's very fluffy, like a lot of fluff comes off of it. So I'll try to get something. I was looking at the website, maybe some 100% merino wool in a DK weight and hopefully some sort of off-white creamy color that I can blend in. But that's why I started blending in the acrylic yarn from this blanket so that it doesn't look too, I don't know, too stark of a change if I need to change into a different wool. But yeah, I'm gonna go look that up and I'm gonna keep knitting, and my baby's just down here, just lying on the floor, being very sweet and eating her hand. But yeah, I will check in with you probably once I finish the back piece and started the front piece. Laundry going, but I thought I would record a little outro just while the baby is sleeping, because last time I tried to record one she was just talking throughout the whole thing. But yeah, I have finished this. I have also decided to give it away, so my friend is coming to pick it up tomorrow, so this is the last time I'm going to be wearing it. I really love it. I love the length that I made. Let me just adjust you. I love the length that I made. I love the oversizedness, and it means that other people can wear it and enjoy it as well. And it's just going to be one of those things that I'm really proud of making, and I'm going to pass it along to the next person to enjoy wearing, because we don't have a lot of storage space. I don't have a huge wardrobe, and I don't see myself wearing this a lot, again because the yarn is a little bit, it comes off a lot, and if I'm holding babies, I don't want them to be inhaling a lot of fluff. So it's a little bit sad that I'm giving it away, but I'm also happy that it's going to be well loved in another house. But yeah, making this was very fun. I was so excited to cast it on. It was a bit of a slog in the middle part, just trying to get the second sleeve done, because even though it is on big needles, there's still quite a lot of stitches because it's oversized. I'm not sure I mentioned, but my gauge was off, so it's even bigger than I thought it was meant to be, but that's okay. I think it still looks good, and I like the drape of it, and I like how it is sort of pieced together, and I think learning how to crochet pieces together instead of seaming it with a needle and yarn has really been a game changer for me. Because it was just fun. It's fun to crochet. It's more fun to crochet than to sew pieces together, in my opinion. And yeah, there is a bit of a colour change because the base yarn changed a little bit, but I think that adds to the character of the piece. I really loved the fact that I could reminisce on the other pieces that I've made with the bits of yarn that I put into this piece. Really love the colours that I chose. It's sort of like a pastel rainbow with like pops of darker colours, like a darker navy and a darker red. I really like the yellow and the pink carried throughout. I feel like they really make the piece. Yeah, tying knots was a game changer. Just the designer's whole philosophy of knitting for fun and putting in random colours and not really being perfectionist about it, and I feel like that is helping me let go of some of the later perfectionist. I wouldn't call myself a super perfectionist, but there is some of that in there still, and it comes out in my making, so it's nice to just let go a little bit. I'm glad that I got this done quickly as well. I mean, relatively quickly, before the baby starts grabbing things, so I don't have to worry about the scissors and, you know, balls of thread everywhere. Even though they were all sort of quite contained in the bag, it's nice to not have to, you know, have to cut pieces and like tie pieces together. It's just on to the next project, which isn't as scrappy. It just uses like a couple balls of yarn instead of having to worry about all of these little pieces, oopsies, flying about. But yeah, I think that is a sign that I should stop talking. And thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.